Good evening, everybody. It's Christina here with another unboxing. This is the Emerald Papyrus Tarot by Yana Saint Levie. I am so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So she is a deck creator. I believe she's in Canada. I know her Etsy stuff ships from Canada because it always tells me it's local. So I will link her store below. She has a number of decks and they're all gorgeous. I have a lot of them. And she had been talking about the Emerald Papyrus for a long time on her Instagram. And when it went live on Kickstarter, I backed it immediately because I think she's a really great deck creator. And I think she always incorporates Egyptian themes really, really well. So this is the Emerald Papyrus, Egyptian Symbolism and Lore Tarot. Spoilers, it's gorgeous, and it is up on her Etsy right now. The Kickstarter's done, fully funded and everything. I got this maybe a week or two ago, but you know, life, right? I'm busy. So I also ordered she was doing these amazing gold sheen obsidian scarabs. So I added one of them as well to the order. I could not resist. Oh my God. It's perfect. It's perfect. I love ancient Egypt so much, and I have this beautiful gold sheen obsidian snake that I got from Prism Souls. Yeah, Prism Souls on Instagram a while ago, I think 2 Halloweens ago. Anyway, they match. Okay, and then of course our themes here are very black and gold, so let's open it up. So it is a magnetic closure box. And she does send a number of free cards. Oh my God, first, like, look, right? There's the incense smoke and all these different gods and goddesses here, but she does send these bonus cards. So this is from the Saltwater Spirit Oracle, a deck I have. I had the original printing and I have the new printing. You can sort of see there's hollow, oh my God, the word is escaping me. Edging. This is the back. This is a beautiful deck. It's very, I mean, I'm going to do like an ocean themed deck video in the summer, so I'll show it then, but this is wonderful. So this is Coral Reef. You are the roots which provide nourishment for others to grow. So just beautiful. This is from her, why can't I remember anything right now? Desert Rites Oracle that I have. The edging on here is gold, and this is just beautiful, letting go of the past. She's really good at capturing light in her decks. And then this is from, I want to say, the Soul Shift Oracle. I don't have this one. It's on my wish list, but this is another beautiful card. I am a part of something far greater than I understand. I love that she gives these bonus cards so you can sort of get a feel for what the other decks are like. And then this is from her Age of Aquarius Tarot, multi-dimensional. So this particular tarot deck has, I think, 12 extra Arcana cards. But what's cool about her tarot, her Age of Aquarius Tarot, is she has these keywords. And so this is multifaceted, complex, comprehensive. On the sort of classic tarot cards, her keywords, she'll have like reversed ones too. So it's really helpful. It's really great for beginners, but it's also great for just everybody. And if you love the ocean, it's a phenomenal, oh my God, phenomenal tarot deck to have as well. So I just wanted to share the bonus cards with you just so you could get a feel of what the rest of her stuff sort of looks like. And you know what? I totally forgot. Sorry, I'm all over the place, I guess. But this also came with the Kickstarter. So this is just like a stunning, I think it's agate, probably crazy lace maybe. But it's a card holder. So I like it. I think it's nice. But if you're working with like a bigger card like this, it's going to lean forward. And the reason for that is because the slit on this is straight. It's not angled. So with let me show you better here. So with like a smaller card, it's better. But if you're using a larger card, the weight is going to cause it to lean forward. Okay, so then you get this sort of thank you introductory card, and it's got all her information on the back. You can pause if you want to read. Okay. So another thing that was very exciting when she announced this deck is there's this stunning guidebook. There's gold filigree everywhere, samples of the cards, and then she's got just like these glossy pages, full color, descriptions everywhere, and all her guidebooks are like this, super thorough. So like for this, the Ace of Discs, which is the Ace of Pentacles, she'll have the traditional meaning, deeper meanings, journal prompts, which again, she has in all of her books. Oh my gosh. An evocation, bullet points for illumination, and the shadow being, oh my God, I keep hitting my camera. The shadow being the reversals. Now, what I love is that here she'll have values. So like it's representative of the number 1 being an ace, the crystal adventurine root for the chakra, and then whether or not the card is a yes or a no, because some people do turn to tarot for, you know, yes or no cards. You're not really supposed to ask tarot yes or no questions, but you know what? Screw the rules, right? If you want a yes or a no from this deck in particular, she's got yes or no. And then she'll have the stars. So this is for all earth signs, Venus, the planet, 2nd, 6th, and 10th houses, spring or weeks. I'm not 100% sure what she means there. Let me know in the comments what you think. Anyway, it's so really thorough. And then she's got this whole introduction at the beginning where she talks about Egypt and where the name comes from. The name is a nod at the Emerald Tablets, which is sort of like a mythical thing that is said to have either been found or is still buried in the Great Pyramid. And it's supposed to be made of like this otherworldly green rock, and it's supposed to basically contain all the secrets of life, the universe, and everything. And so yeah, that's where the name comes from. I do really like black and gold for ancient Egypt. So look at this incredible box. I do not have great lighting here, and even in, you know, subpar lighting, you're getting this incredible sparkle. And then there's like this black marble. Now these inserts, whenever I get a deck that has these inserts, I just take it right out because I just have no patience for that. Oh, look, you can see the little magnets, but whatever. I don't like the inserts personally. It's, I don't like it. Anyway, so there we have it. And she's got this nice touch of the scarab right here. This pops up off the top, and then we see our beautiful edging in gold. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like, look at that. It's a mirror, basically. You can see my phone case. These are the backs. So you've got a matte cardstock with this gold imprinting. Oh, I can't get over the edging. I cannot get over the edging. Okay, so here we are all zoomed into the cards. Actually, I'm gonna maybe zoom in a little more. All right, so you can see that there is gold stamping even on the front. So here we have our Fool, which I love so much. I love that we've captured the details in the beetle itself. So basically the reasoning for placing the Fool on the card. You know what? I'm actually going to just read it to you from the guidebook, because when I have to admit, I do have a, you know, a plethora of knowledge on ancient Egypt anyway, just because I'm obsessed with the culture, as a lot of us are. So I was like, why a scarab? So anyways, here we go. Here's this whole page. The Egyptian scarab beetle is revered in Egypt as a symbol of transformation and rebirth. The scarab beetle's symbolism evokes the eternal cycle of life and death on its relentless journey of rolling a ball of dung across oceans of sand. It is said to mirror the sun god Ra's travels through the celestial realms, with the sun as his otherworldly vessel. The traveling of the beetle is also said to be a mirror of the human soul's quest for spiritual ascension. The scarab beetle, often worn as an amulet, was believed to safeguard the soul's journey through earthly life into the afterlife, ensuring safe passage to the divine realm. This mystical creature serves as a spiritual guide, reminding us that from the darkest depths we can emerge renewed and transformed. Even today, the scarab's symbolism inspires those seeking spiritual growth to embrace the rhythms of life and receive the power of spiritual transformation. So, you know, the Fool represents new beginnings, innocence, embracing the unknown. So it all ties in rather beautifully. So there we have the Fool. So I'm going to try not to take 10 years like I usually do. Here we have the Magician, which is Thoth or Thoth. I've said Thoth my whole life, but there's some people on YouTube who say Thoth, and I won't lie, I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation, but there we have it. So I think that's fantastic. Here we have the High Priestess, which is Hathor as the High Priestess. The Empress, the guidebook talks about the Blue Lotus. So the Emperor, this is a really cool card. This is the Uraeus. I think I'm saying that right. Uraeus, Uraeus. And this is the cobra-shaped emblem symbolizing divine protection and sovereignty. And it sits on the crowns and the headdresses of the pharaohs. So I think this is an insanely good representation of the Emperor. I love it. I am just elated with this choice. The Hierophant is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher how to say this. It's the Pschent, Pschent, which is the majestic double crown of ancient Egypt, symbolizing divine kingship and unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under a pharaoh's rule. So I won't lie, I'm reading from the guidebook as we go here, just because I want to be completely accurate with what I'm saying. So for the Lovers, she has this incredible labradorite in the back here with this beautiful blue flash, and this is the Ankh, the 2 Ankhs. So the Lovers is my birth card. I'm a Cancer, so my zodiac card is the Chariot, but my birth card is the Lovers, which really fits me. I am all about love, you guys. So anyways, let's not go into that. But here we have the 2 Ankhs. So the guidebook says the 2 Ankhs is in ancient Egyptian culture are a symbol of love and union. These twin symbols intertwine like 2 souls destined to meet, representing a sacred bond transcending earthly existence. So I'm obsessed with the Ankh. I don't really know too much about like 2 of them being put together to mean this, but I love it so much. I think, you know, simply put, the meaning of life is to experience love. I think that's why we're here. So it makes sense. The Ankh is the key of life, you know, and if love is what we're here for, then it does make sense that these things work together. So next up we have the Chariot, which is another card I usually look for. I'm usually disappointed, but not in this deck. I am disappointed by nothing in this deck. This is wonderful. So this is the Solar Bark, Barque. The Egyptian solar bark is a vessel that ferried the sun god Ra across the celestial waters of the sky. In mythology, this divine vessel embarked on a sacred journey each day, illuminating the world with its radiant light. So I'm only reading like the first sentence or 2 just to give you a feel here, and you know, to understand the images in these cards, because a lot of them are very different from what you would expect. So I just, you know, I just want to sort of explain that as we go. And oh, I'm noticing stuff here. Yeah, okay. So this strength card is Bastet, Goddess of Cats. There's also like hermetic teachings as well for each of these cards. Anyways, Bastet is the goddess of home, fertility, and protection, is often depicted as a lioness or a woman with a feline head. Bastet symbolizes the harmonious balance between ferocity and maternal warmth. I love Bastet. She's on my altar. I have a beautiful statue for her. Next up, we have the Hermit, which is papyrus. Just as the papyrus served as the conduit for preserving ancient wisdom, the Hermit card represents the seeker's solitary journey in search of inner illumination and spiritual knowledge. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is represented with the Shen ring, which weaves a tale of divine protection and eternal unity. Shaped like a circle with no beginning or end, in Egyptian mythology, it was often associated with the sun god Ra and the goddess Hathor, signifying their benevolent and protective powers. Cool, eh? Okay, so I love the Justice card because this blue that she's able to get, sorry, I'm just, oh my God, just rearranging my life here. Okay, so this blue that she's able to get, and this is common for all her cards. When she puts a blue in there, it's the most beautiful blue you're ever gonna see. So the Justice card, this is Maat's feather. So you can see that the feathers here are at the top. She's the goddess of cosmic balance and justice. And it's her feather that they use to weigh against the heart to see if, you know, what your fate is in the afterlife. It's the divine symbol of cosmic balance and truth. And here we have the Hanged Man, which is shown off by the heart amulet. Known as the Ib, was a powerful symbol associated with the heart's central role in life and the afterlife. Ancient Egyptians believed the heart was the seat of the soul, emotions, and intellect, and it played a crucial role during the final judgment in the Hall of Maat, right? Being weighed against the feather. Death. Here we have the canopic jars with the head of Anubis, who I love, you guys. This is my number one when it comes to ancient Egyptian deities. I also have an altar for him. So the canopic jars were the vessels that hold a sacred role as protectors of the soul's journey into the afterlife. These elaborately crafted containers, often with lids resembling the heads of the 4 sons of Horus, were used in the mummification process to store the preserved organs of the deceased. Just a beautiful card. I love it. Okay. Temperance. So one thing I did notice with this deck is when you see water, like it looks like you should be able to touch the card and feel water. Like it's just so beautifully done. So this is the amphor. They're vessels that once held precious oils and offerings. These meticulously crafted jars were not mere containers, but vessels that bridged the earthly realms. So it's balance between the earthly and spiritual realms. Super nice. The devil, the Ouroboros. So both the Ouroboros and the devil represent cycles of entrapment and the duality of creation and destruction. So that is why she chose the Ouroboros for this. And I believe this is Osiris that we're seeing in the statue work. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. And then next up, we have the Tower card, which is the 7 scorpions, which is an Egyptian tale of protection, loyalty, and transformative power. The transformative power of divine justice. So it tells the story of Isis and how she fled with her son, Horus, to escape the wrath of her brother, Set, who killed her husband, Osiris. So there's a lot of mythology in this deck, which is great. So this is a story about, upheaval and sudden change, and then ultimately the restoration of balance through divine intervention. So that's why we're seeing this particular tale representing the tower. Here we have the star, the Celestial River. So basically the Celestial River is a connection between the Nile and the Milky Way, which represents the divine passage between the earth realm and the afterlife. And it was believed that the river flowed through the heavens, guiding souls on their journey to the afterlife. So it's kind of like, you know, the star for hope, and you follow it, right? So it's the same sort of idea. Here we have the moon card, which I love so much because she has this incredible moonstone in the back. And again, like, it just looks like there should be a rock through the card, you know, like like it's like an overlay on an actual moonstone. So for context, I have this moonstone here. Again, I don't have the greatest lighting, but like, it's exactly like this card. This is the Eye of Horus that she's got as her main symbol here. And they both the Eye of Horus and the moon embody themes of mystery, intuition, protection, and the hidden forces that influence our lives. And then next up we have the partner card, which is the sun. And here we have our scarab beetle from the Fool. So this is the winged sun disc that she's got as her main symbol here. The disc represents protection, power, again, the eternal cycle of life. So there's lots of cycles, life and death themes in these cards. And then here we have Judgment, which is a beautiful card, and it's supposed to be the scales of Maat, right? So because she passes the ultimate judgment in the end. And again, look at the water. It's so pretty. This is a beautiful card. I love it so much. All right, and then here we have the World. Pyramid is a powerful symbol of completion and spiritual alignment and the interconnectedness of all things. So that's why we have it on the World card. Okay, so here we have the Ace of Wings. I love cards like this because there's a portal right there. And it's so nice, and it takes us from the desert to the ocean. It's just beautiful. So wings are swords. Three of Wings. The guidebook doesn't really go into the symbolism, so you're sort of left to figure it out yourself. But if you're familiar with card meanings, you know you're fine. This is beautiful. Four of Wings. So I'm not consulting the guidebook at this point. I'm just going to come at you with my tarot knowledge. So rest, sarcophagus, makes perfect sense to me. Five of Wings. I love the glitter in these cards. It's not actual glitter, but it sure looks like it should be. So this is sand. Oh, there's a little wave here, I think. Is that a wave? It's up to you to decide. So Six of Wings, right? So you travel. Moving on, journey. I love this card. I love this card so much. I have such a thing for snakes. So when I saw this on the Kickstarter, I was like, holy smokes, sold, super sold. I love this. I know snakes, you know, Seven of Wings. This is like the betrayal card or the secrecy card, or like watch out for the snake in the grass. Like, it's very on par. But I don't think snakes are always negative, but I understand that they can be, so it's fine that it's, you know, he's on here. Eight of Wings. 9. 10 of Wings. I love the sword through the skull. This is so, there's a snake there. I love this. It's very goth, Egyptian goth. I love it. Okay, so this is sort of where things get a little bit interesting. The court cards are different. So the Oracle, let's pull out the guidebook again. The Oracle is the page. So when you look in the guidebook, it does give you a description of the Page of Swords. So you just sort of have to remember the oracles are the pages. This can get a little bit confusing because the Queen is a standard court card, but here the Queens are the Knights. And the Queens are beautiful. So this is very divine feminine, this whole deck. There are no men except for the statues of the gods, but there are no men. And if there are, I guess I'm wrong, but I've flipped through this a number of times and I don't think there are men. Anyways, and the priestess actually steps in as the queen. So this is our queen of wings. I just love the shroud that she's in. And again, it's sort of got this sort of glittery look. Oh, I just love how she puts cards together. And then the goddess is the king. So I don't think I said this, but there is a little bit of nudity. There's not much, but there is a little bit. So if you're sensitive to that, here's your warning. Super delayed, but a warning nonetheless. Ace of Vessels. So I usually save the cups for last, but I just didn't think of it. So here we are, we're into my favorite suit, the cups. Again, like, look how she does her water. This is beautiful. I want to know what camera she's using. The Two of Vessels. We have these beautiful statues in the water. Three of Vessels. There we have our ladies celebrating. The Four of Vessels. Oh, I love this card. This is so pretty. Five of Vessels. I love the full moon up there. This doorway leading to the pyramids. Oh man, it's so pretty. Okay, Six of Vessels. Seven. Eight. I love all the night sky too that we're getting in this deck. I have a few Egyptian decks. I won't lie. It's one of my kryptonite, Nine of Vessels, and this is so different from any of the other ones. Like, it still feels very Egyptian, very ancient Egyptian, but it's like another, it feels very different from the ones that I have. This feels very elevated, very spiritual, very like higher plane. Okay, so that was the 10. Okay, so here we have our oracle. Oh my god, so she gives keywords for these cards. So the key word for the Oracle of Vessels, the messages and synchronicities. So don't forget, this is also the Page of Cups. So for the 10, like, she's got completion and marriage. So that's cool. I didn't notice that up there. Here is our Queen of Vessels slash the Knight. And I think she's so beautiful. Here's the actual queen. And again, she's got this incredible blue. I love this blue. Goddess of Vessels. This has to be Hathor, right? It says goddess right there. I love this. This is crazy. This is so beautiful. I want this on my wall. Giant. Ace of Discs, which is the Pentacle suit. Two of Discs. Three. Four. Five. I like the hands in the dirt for the 5. 6 of Discs. She's approaching an oasis. Oh man, I can't get over the imagery here. This is Nefertiti. This is 7. 8. Got the Sphinx but buried in sand. So this is perhaps before the Sphinx was fully formed. The 9. Doesn't this look like a wonderful place to be? 10. I love with the little wolves here. They're so cute. Okay. Here we have Oracle of Discs slash Page of Discs. A snake, my favorite. Queen slash Knight of Discs. Oh my god. The Priestess of Discs. slash queen. She's got feathers, doesn't she? Oh my god. Again, like, stunning. She's so pretty. Okay. Goddess of Discs. Gorgeous. Ace of Columns. So this is our wand suit. Oh my god. I love this. This is so pretty. Three of Columns. Again, we've got that imagery where there is basically a portal here that takes us into the ocean. Beautiful. Four of Columns. Five. Six. Celebration. Seven. Eight. The 9. The 10. She's so overwhelmed. She's just gonna quit and go into the ocean. The Oracle of Columns. I feel like this is maybe Sekhmet. Maybe. Queen of Columns. Beautiful. The Priestess. The Queen of Wands always has her cats, doesn't she? And then this is the Goddess of Columns, which is our final card. And again, the guidebook doesn't tell us who this is, but it's gotta be Hecate, right? It's gotta be. Okay, so that's our deck. I really only have 2 things that I want to pair with this. I haven't used this in a reading capacity as of yet. I wanted to cleanse it and do this video first. But there are 2 decks that I have that are going to work super well, and it's a little bit of a spoiler for the Egyptian video that I want to do in the future, but we're here, so let's do it. First, want to give this the quickest of shuffles. It's very stiff, these cards. I'm sort of terrified that I'm going to bend them. Ooh. So let's not do that again. Hand over hand. This is a nicer way to shuffle, I think. Woo! At least until they've had more use and are maybe not as stiff feeling. Maybe that's just me. Like, maybe it's totally fine to do that with stiff feeling cards. I'm just terrified to bend it because this deck is just so beautiful. So let's just see what sort of 3. This is not a real reading. I do not claim this. Okay, wow. I did not shuffle well at all. Okay, so this is dark. Just gonna skip ahead in time here and shuffle quick. Now that I'm back here with like a serious shuffle, let's try that again, just to see how things look together. So the Oracle was the Page. So Page of Wands, the Chariot, and the Goddess / King of Vessels / Cups. So you can see that these cards look really beautiful together. You can see that I'm very unorganized. But yeah, there's combination of real living creatures. Well, you know, living creatures. And then sort of statues. And then the black, the gold. So it all like fits together. So the first deck that I want to pair this with is Prism and Fleur's Glyph Oracle, which you can see by the bowing or the bowing or the whatever, the bend here, that I've used this a number of times. So this is a deck that is based on Egyptian symbolism, basically, glyphs. And I've seen a number of people use these guys together and they pair beautifully. Sorry, nothing is centered here. So you'll see there's the gold on here as well. And it says, like, the heart is the symbol, the glyph, and it means love. So it's got the one keyword, but the guidebook does further elaborate. So here we have temperance, love, the heart, and the fool. So let's just see how these things pair together. So I think this works really well together here so far. Column, 3 of discs, 2 of discs. Power, lion. Well, actually, that goes really well because there's lions there. 2 of vessels, 2 of wings. Wow, lots of synchronicity with the 2s here. I swear, I shuffled so good. Here's a card that has a lot of gold on there. It's so pretty. Okay, so transition, archway with the moon and the 7 of discs. Cool. Feline, independence. Fantastic. Let's see if we get some cats. The Sphinx. 2 of columns, another kitty. Ace of vessels. Wow, we're seeing all the aces and all the 2s. What is happening? All right, so here we have mirror, reflection, oracle of columns, the Hierophant. So you get the idea. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hope, rainbow, 9 of columns, 4 of columns. Oh, this is so nice. So, you know, even though you're on your last stand, sort of just holding it together, there is hope that you will reach this stability. And we have the jaguar, perception. 7 of columns, 10 of columns. Interesting. Okay, let's just do one more because this is so fun. The new moon, beginnings. Woo! The 10 of wings. Oh boy. So death works super well with the new moon, beginnings. 9 of vessels. I know I said last one, but you know what? Screw it. Let's do more. Just one more. Joyfulness, music, with the Queen/Knight of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Cups. That's nice, actually. I like that. Okay. Okay, so with this next one, I am letting you guys into my practice just like a little bit, just a little hint of the things that I do. But I wanted to pair this ultimately with my Isis Oracle. Now, the art is very different here, but the energy of the Papyrus Tarot, to me, feels very Isis, very heightened, very higher self, very, you know, in touch with the realm of deity. So, colors are wrong, but that's okay. My ring light is ruining everything right now. Is that better? I can't tell. Okay, well, here we go. So, Truths Unveiled, Revelation of Isis. Pyramid of Light, step into your vibration, deeper into love. The Devil and Strength. Ooh, that's so interesting. Rising Sun. There she is with her son, Horus. Oracle of Discs and the 8 of Vessels. I don't know. I think they just sit together really nicely. The Dark Mysteries, enter the chamber of the Dark Goddess. Ace of Discs, Priestess of Columns, which is our Queen of Wands. the Lunar Queen. I think it's really pretty because the Emerald Papyrus Tarot, because of all the black and the gray, I know there's gold, but it's mainly black and gray, which is super neutral, right? Very neutral. And then you've got all this color in here. Fine, there's color in some of these cards, but it's mostly black and gray. And I think it looks really nice with the Isis Oracle. This is actually the first time that I am pairing them side by side like this. And I think it works really nicely. I think it's something I'm going to be doing. There's lots of gold in the Isis Oracle. This oracle, by the way, is Elena Fairchild, and the guidebook is fantastic. There's rituals in there, card meanings, obviously, but it's a really profound experience. I have the matte cardstock. Anyway, I think these decks work super well together. Lady of Stars, 5 of Columns, 5 of Vessels, Divine Sunchild. Oh my God, why can't I speak? Divine Sun Child. So here we have Isis, Osiris, and Horus. I think they're wonderful together. I think they pair super well. One more. Goddess of Wings, Talisman of Potency, charging sacred objects of power with the Chariot. So yeah, there we have it. That's the only pairing that I'm going to do. Pairings. I did edge this in sort of like a gold Sharpie a long time ago. So thank you so much for watching. I'm just gonna lay out some cards here just so you can sort of, again, get an idea of how it looks just on its own. I think this is wonderful. I'm a big supporter of the creator. I love everything she does. I think she's really talented. I think that she knows how to build a guidebook, that's for sure. She knows how to do sort of these collage-y type decks in a way that makes a lot of sense. I think the card meanings are all there. I think everything is so pretty, and it's ancient Egypt, and it's a very, 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 very different feel from any other Egyptian tarot that I have, and I have a lot of them because I have issues. Anyway, here we have it. I'm gonna leave it at this. I need to go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I like having this sort of place to go to talk about tarot and sometimes oracle. It's a great time for me. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night, day, morning, whatever.